Yan Guangsheng laughed out loud. I just said I can't hide it, you still have to try. Bai Yiyuan said, you think I don't know. Xiao Yu, the ancestral land of the Creation Academy is indeed about to open, and it happens that Lin Mo is here, so I can explain it to you in detail. When Lin Moyu saw Mo Xinghe, he had already guessed that the ancestral land was about to open. Mo Xinghe said, the ancestral land should be opened in the near future, and the list has been determined early in the morning. Next, I will tell you the things to pay attention to after entering the ancestral land. Wait a minute, just as he was about to say, Ning Taran interrupted Mai Xinghe. Several people looked over suspiciously. Ning Taran said, let Yi listen together. As he spoke, a gust of wind popped out from his fingertips and landed on Ning Yi. Ning Yi, who was sleeping soundly, woke up rubbing her eyes. Seeing so many people, he jumped down with a bang. Pretty face flushed slightly, a little embarrassed. Lin Moyu gave Lin Moyu a blank look as if to blame, which meant that there were so many people and he didn't wake them up. Mo Xinghe chuckled, and said some things to pay attention to in the ancestral land of the Creation Academy. The ancestral land of the Genesis Academy opens every 5 years. The number of places that can enter each time is extremely limited. Creation Academy has exclusive 10 places, and Chuangshan Academy and Yanwang Academy have 3 places each. The royal family and the army each get 2 places. There are also major aristocratic families in the empire, each of which can get a quota. Including O2, there are only 30 places in total. Although the Creation Academy is not as good as the Creation Theology Academy in terms of ranking, there are still many people rushing to join the Creation Academy. For the quota. It's just that this quota is very precious, and countless pairs of eyes are staring at it. Even Bai Yiyuan can't violate the rules. Although Bai Yiyuan is a god-level powerhouse, he doesn't have a family, so he has no quota. This allowed Lin Moyu to join the Creation Academy. As long as he enters the Creation Academy, with Lin Moyu's ability, he is sure to get a place. The Ning family also had a quota, and Ning Taran directly gave it to Ning Yi. For this granddaughter, Ning Taran really dotes on her to the extreme, and the first thing she thinks about is Ning Yi. There are many creatures in the ancestral land. These creatures are not aggressive. You must also remember that you cannot kill them. There are many fruit trees near the core of the ancestral land. The fruits there can be picked and eaten. You should eat as much as possible. Hearing that it was edible, Ning Yi's eyes lit up. I can do this, I can eat it very well. Grandpa Mo, is that fruit delicious? I'm not afraid of sourness, as long as it's not bitter. Mo Xinghe laughed loudly, the fruit shouldn't be unpalatable. Lin Moyu has already heard that Guozi has a mystery, so he continued to ask. Mo Xinghe said, picking fruit and eating it is one of the tests. How much you can eat depends on your own ability. But remember one sentence, do your best, don't force it. After eating the fruit, you will enter the second stage, the comprehension stage. There will be some things in it that you need to comprehend by yourself, and what you comprehend is different every time. I can't tell here, but I will know when the time comes. Most of them will be eliminated in this stage, and the third stage will be carried out after passing. There is little information in the third stage, and based on previous experience, it should be related to the things comprehended in the second stage. People who have passed the second stage can't tell what happened in the third stage when they come back. Lin Moyu thumped in his heart, and asked, why is this happening? Mo Xinghe shook his head. At first we thought it was a memory problem, but after careful inspection, we found that the memory has not been tampered with. So this matter has always been a mystery. It seems that the specifics will not be known until you go there. Lin Moyu thought for a while and continued to ask, Dean Mo, please continue. Mo Xinghe smiled. No, there are very few people who can pass the third stage, and the few who can pass the third stage can't explain the fourth stage at all. However, one thing is certain, as long as you don't kill the animals when you first entered the ancestral land, there will be no danger in the ancestral land. Can't kill. When I first entered the ancestral land, I encountered animal creatures. Lin Moyu wrote it down. At the same time, he glanced at Ning Yi. Seeing that the little girl was listening carefully, he felt relieved. He sincerely thanked Mo Xinghe. Thank you Dean Mo, I will make a note of it. Mo Xinghe stood up, not daring to accept the gift. General Lin, you don't have to be polite. I feel guilty about destroying the dungeon before and causing God General Lin to fall into the abyss. This time I owed General God Lin such a big debt. If you have an order, just open your mouth. Lin Moyu smiled. Dean Mo is serious, it's all caused by the Demon Worship Society, and it's none of your business. About that matter, Meng Anwen and Bai Yiyuan have already investigated clearly. People from the Demon Worship Society were also mixed into the military, but fortunately Lin Moyu was lucky. Not long ago, they thoroughly investigated the military and found many people and killed them. There were a lot of storms. And the matter of the land, leave first. Ning Taran glared at Lin Moyu, go to the ancestral land and protect Yi. Lin Moyu said, Ning, don't worry. Yi, go back with Grandpa and make some preparations. Ning Yi let out an "oh," and reluctantly followed Ning Taran away. After Ning Taran left, Bai Yiyuan and the others stared at Lin Moyu meaningfully. Even Meng Anwen rarely opened his eyes. Seeing Lin Moyu was very uncomfortable. Teacher, what's wrong with me? Bai Yiyuan said meaningfully, you are quite bold, you dare to propose marriage to old man Ning. Yan Guangsheng chuckled, Boss Ning has a good temper now. If it was 50 years ago, he might have killed you with a forbidden curse. No, with Yi by my side, old man Ning will hold back no matter what. Meng Anwen's voice sounded faintly, Xiao Yu, do you think so? Lin Moyu said, I didn't think about it that much at the time. I saw that Mr. Ning cared about the leg bones of the beast god, so I suddenly came up with this idea. At that time, he really came up with an idea out of the blue, mainly because of Ning Taran's reaction to the beast god's leg bone. Bai Yiyuan laughed and said, your reaction is good. The leg bone of the beast god is indeed a good thing, and old man Ning really needs it. But the leg bone of the beast god is still not as good as the severed finger of the god you brought. Lin Moyu could also see that, compared to the leg bones of the beast god, the severed finger of the god contained a trace of vitality. Although I don't know how many years have passed, the breath of flesh and blood is more abundant. The key point is that the leg bones of the beast god are the bones that the beast god replaced when he transformed. Strictly speaking, they are not the bones after becoming a god. Compared with the severed finger of the gods, it is a bit worse. Anyway, there is already a severed finger of the gods. One thing is enough for this thing. Then the leg bones of the beast god are used to propose marriage, which is perfect. Lin Moyu asked, Teacher, is there any gain in studying the severed fingers of gods? Bai Yiyuan grinned. Seeing his expression, Lin Moyu knew that there must be something to gain. As long as there is something to gain, it finally proves that the severed fingers of the gods are not useless. Bai Yiyuan said, go take a shower and change clothes, and make yourself clean. Lin Moyu looked at himself up and down, and there seemed to be nothing dirty. Although killing the dungeon for more than 10 days, I also changed clothes during the period, and my whole body is still refreshed. Compared with when I came back from the corpse world, I really don't know how much cleaner it is. Yan Guangsheng said, you may not feel it yourself, but the aura on your body is very mixed, and there are auras of various beasts in it. Shower and change clothes well, meditate, and get rid of clutter. Meng Anwen added, the animal creatures in the ancestral land of the Creation Academy are very sensitive and don't like messy smells. Lin Moyu understood, the disciple understands. Back at the school, Lin Moyu went back to the dormitory to take a bath and change clothes, and then sat on the bed to meditate. The various thoughts gradually converged, and the aura on his body also changed accordingly. Those mixed breaths from the dungeon are rapidly fading away and becoming pure. Lin Moyu himself couldn't feel these breaths, but since Bai Yiyuan and the others said they did, they must exist. The domain god stone rotated slowly, absorbing all the faint traces of murderous aura on Lin Moyu's body, leaving nothing behind. While meditating, the communicator on the wrist vibrated. Lin Moyu looked at the communicator a little strangely. Why did she send me a message? In front of the library, Lin Moyu met Shu Han. Shu Han was as elegant as ever, wearing a long skirt, waving at Lin Moyu from afar. Lin Moyu walked over. Sister Shu, what's the matter? Shu Han smiled like a flower. Why, I can't find you if I have nothing to do. Lin Moyu said softly, that's not true. Walk with me, Shu Han said as he walked towards the garden beside him. Lin Moyu followed without saying anything. Shu Han said while walking, "I've heard what happened to you recently, the rotting corpse world is very dangerous." Lin Moyu was a little surprised, he didn't expect Shu Han to know that he had fallen into the world of rotting corpses. Not many people know about this matter, even if they are members of the royal family, they will not know if they are not high enough. Even more so with outsiders. Shu Han didn't know where he got it from. Facing Lin Moyu's curious eyes, Shu Han said, "Don't worry about where I know it, I just know it anyway. Now the ancestral land of the Creation Academy is about to open, you should go there, right?" Lin Moyu hummed without denying it. Shu Han took out a bottle of potion and handed it to Lin Moyu. "This potion is for you." The medicine in the bottle presents a transparent color, and occasionally a little fluorescent light can be seen in the sun. Shu Han explained, "This is called a purification potion, it can purify all the messy breath on your body." Why? Only then did Lin Moyu understand that Shu Han knew that he was going to the ancestral land of the Creation Academy, so he came here specially to deliver medicine to him. It seems that Shu Han also knows something about the ancestral land, maybe he has been there before. "Thank you." Lin Moyu was not polite, and put away the purification potion. Shu Han warned, "You're welcome, the medicine is worthless." How could such a miraculous potion be worthless? Lin Moyu didn't bother with this issue either, anyway, neither of them had calculated anything. Lin Moyu thought for a while, then took out a few crystals and handed them to Shu Han. "These are some elemental crystals I got recently, you might find them useful." Surprise appeared on Shu Han's face. "I made money again." She smiled extremely brightly, yet with a hint of elegance. Lin Moyu smiled slightly, "It's not a deal." "Of course not." Shu Han also put away the elemental crystals politely. The two are like friends for many years, and they don't care about things like money. Getting along with Shu Han makes people feel comfortable. Shu Han's words are often just right, and he always thinks of others in his words. The voice is even more gentle and pleasant, which makes people never get tired of listening to it. Shu Han knew that Lin Moyu had gone to the rotting corpse world, but he didn't inquire about more specific circumstances. Lin Moyu guessed that Shu Han's family background was extraordinary, so he didn't inquire further. The way the two get along is as plain as water, but natural and harmonious. 2 days later, the island where the Creation Academy was located suddenly burst into the sky with a burst of white light. This white light is stronger than sunlight, and it is clearly visible even in daytime. The island seems to have revived, rippling out circle after circle of energy, stirring up huge waves. Among the huge waves, there were continuous roars. The teleportation array of the Creation Academy was lit up, and groups of people came to the Creation Academy. Although the quota is only 30, there are more than 30 people who come here. Many people are accompanied by family elders. Taking this opportunity is also a rare day for the elders of the major families to get together. The juniors enter the ancestral land, while the elders can drink tea and chat outside the ancestral land, and talk about the past. Lin Moyu had already returned to Creation College last night, meditating in a deserted place. The purifying potion given by Shu Han has already been taken, and the aura on his body is extremely pure now, even purer than washing algae 100 times. This is a kind of purity from the inside out, any foreign aura will not contaminate him. According to the properties of the medicine, this state can be maintained for about 10 days, enough for him to complete the entire trip to the ancestral land. When the white light shot into the sky, Lin Moyu opened his eyes and looked from afar. The white light connects the sky and the earth, as if it wants to pierce the sky. He could feel that when the white light soared into the sky, there was an unusual aura permeating the entire island. The breath is ancient and vast, but it contains vitality. Lin Moyu is also full of curiosity about the ancestral land of Creation College. He once saw something about the origin of the ancestral land in the royal family's secret library. It is not that there is the Creation Academy first and then the ancestral land. On the contrary, there is the ancestral land first, and then the Creation College is built on it. Even a long time ago, Creation College was once the head of the 3 colleges of Shajing Academy. The white light soaring into the sky gradually faded, and the academy became more and more lively, with people constantly sending it over. Lin Moyu calculated that the time was almost up, and got up and went to the designated place. The ancestral land was opened, and the Genesis Academy won 10 places. It looks like a lot, but compared to the hundreds of students in the Creation Academy, these 10 places are really not enough. All have to be assessed and selected every year, and based on daily task performance and other conditions, it is finally decided who will get the 10 places. Especially this year, Lin Moyu reserved a spot, so there are only 9 spots left. Some people complained about this, but it was useless. Lin Moyu's identity and achievements lie there. If even he can't get the quota, just ask the whole academy who will be eligible. The team of Creation Academy is already assembled. 9 students stood side by side, their spirits had reached their peak. Mo Xinghe stood in front of the 9 people, and he could see the aura of the god-level powerhouse at a glance. The 9 students looked at Mo Xinghe with envy and admiration in their eyes. One who can become a god-level powerhouse is not a true arrogance. Lin Moyu walked slowly and attracted the attention of the students. It's Lin Shenjiang W. He came at last, and I thought he forgot. How could it be possible to forget that he joined our academy for this quota? There are not many quotas, but I didn't expect to be assigned one by him. The students discussed in low voices, and many of them were dissatisfied with Lin Moyu. No way, because Lin Moyu endangered their interests. Shut down, Mo Xinghe yelled softly, and the 9 people immediately shut their mouths. Mo Xinghe said the same thing here, no one dared to refute half a sentence. At this moment, Lin Moyu in Mo Xinghe's eyes looked different. In his eyes, Lin Moyu's whole body is transparent, and his aura is pure and flawless, which can be said to be extremely pure. Compared with other students, it is simply a world of difference. Even he can barely do this step. Lin Moyu came to Mo Xinghe, "Dean, I'm here." Mo Xinghe showed a smiling face, "God General." Lin Moyu shook his head, "Today you are the dean, and I am your student, just call me Lin Moyu." Mo Xinghe understood Lin Moyu's meaning, "Then please ask Lin Moyu to stand in the line, after a while everyone is here, I will open the ancestral land." Good. Lin Moyu walked into the team and saw Ling Yizhen, "Hello Senior Ling." Ling Yizhen felt flattered, "Shen Tu is good." Lin Moyu laughed, "Senior Ling, we are classmates, so there is no need to be so polite, you see I don't even wear a sergeant badge." Lin Moyu's shoulders are empty, and he really didn't wear them. It also shows that he doesn't want to specialize. Ling Yizhen smiled, "Okay, God Lin. How is junior brother Lin preparing for this time?" Lin Moyu said, "There is no need to make any preparations, just go with the flow." Ling Yizhen nodded, "With the strength of Lin Shuidi, there is really no need to make any preparations." Others only know that Lin Moyu is very strong, but Ling Yizhen knows very well how strong Lin Moyu is. Not to mention being invincible at the same level, in Ling Yizhen's eyes, no one below level 70 is Lin Moyu's opponent. Even if it is above level 70, you have to fight to know. Lin Moyu has killed dragon warriors before, and that is a real strength of level 70. The number of people coming gradually increased, and a group of people came over under the guidance of the instructor of the academy. The people who came were old and young, and the old ones were basically top professionals over level 80, each with a strong aura. Lin Moyu saw Ning Taran from a distance, but unexpectedly Ning Taran came over in person. Ning Yi followed, and when she saw Lin Moyu, a bright smile appeared on her face. Ning Yi is beautiful and cute. This smile, like a flower blooming, attracted a lot of attention. Many young people from other families, when they saw Ning Yi, their eyes glowed, and they were attracted by Ning Yi's beauty. When Mo Xinghe saw Ning Taran, he immediately went up to meet him. Ning Yi couldn't wait, and flew into Lin Moyu's embrace like a butterfly. It's really a day without seeing, like 3 autumns. There seemed to be a sound of breaking glass on the island. Many young people felt their hearts were broken. It is really disappointing that such a beautiful flower should have an owner. Looking at the man next to Ning Yi, it seems that there is nothing extraordinary. But now this group of young people are following the elders, and they are all very honest, even if they have ideas, they will not show it. Lin Moyu and Ning Yi were whispering at the side, of course Ning Yi was the one talking, and Lin Moyu made a living by listening. Ning Yi's laughter came out from time to time, it was clear and sweet. More and more people came over, and Luo Gaoxuan came over with the team of Creation Theology Academy. Lin Mohan, Mo Yun and a man followed behind Luo Gaoxuan. Lin Mohan and Mo Yun are both beautiful, especially Lin Mohan, with lithe steps, exuding a powerful charm all over his body. Compared to Ning Yi, Lin Mohan is more mature and beautiful. From the moment Lin Mohan appeared, everyone's attention was focused on her. She seemed to be the focal point, the brightest star in the sky. The man who came with Lin Mohan was Fang Wu, Fang Chao's elder brother. His gaze stayed on Lin Mohan all the time, with admiration shining in his eyes. Lin Mohan and Mo Yun walked towards Lin Moyu together. Lin Moyu was a little surprised when he saw Lin Mohan. "Sister, you also want to enter the ancestral land?" As far as he knows, those who enter the ancestral land are all people who do not exceed level 70. Lin Mohan is clearly already level 70 and completed the 3rd rank. Lin Mohan exhaled like blue, and his voice was faint and touching. "It didn't say that you can't enter if you exceed level 70. Lin Moyu thinks about it, and he never said that he can enter the ancestral land after level 70. 160. Lin Mohan waved to Ning Yi. "Come here and let my sister see, our Yi has become more beautiful again." Ning Yi came to Lin Mohan's side with a red face. Mo Yun also greeted Lin Moyu. "Long time no see." Lin Moyu smiled. "Long time no see." The 3 women were chatting together. Lin Moyu couldn't get in his mouth, so he just stood there quietly in a daze. Everyone saw this scene and speculated about Lin Moyu's identity. Why did the 3 beauties go to him? Along with the trembling of the ground, an entrance appeared in front of everyone. A special breath full of vitality rushed over. The entrance looks very similar to the secret realm, and one has to suspect that the ancestral land of the Creation Academy is actually a secret place. When Lin Moyu felt the breath of the ancestral land, his eyes narrowed slightly. The breath of the scepter of creation. I was shocked in my heart. It won't be. At this moment, Lin Moyu had a guess in his mind, whether the light in the ancestral land could be the core of life. If it is really the core of life, then it can form a complete scepter of creation. The ancestral land was opened, and all the people who were about to enter the ancestral land showed eager expressions one by one. They all looked confident and exuded arrogance. Those who can come here are all the top geniuses in the family, or even the arrogance of heaven. Otherwise, you will not be eligible to come here. After all, the number of places is limited, and each family has only one place, so the best people must be allowed to come. The breath of the ancestral land became stronger and stronger, and the entrance was completely opened. ACAF. Under Mo Xinghei's arrangement, everyone entered the ancestral land one by one. The picture changes suddenly, as if it has been teleported through a certain space. This feeling is very similar to entering a secret realm, but it is a little different. A forest of green grass comes into view. It's lush and green here. In front of you are lush trees, forming a dense forest. There are mountains and green trees in the distance, connecting the end of sight. According to the information they have, they are going to cross this high mountain in the distance. A young man yelled softly, "Everyone, I will take a step first." A gust of wind suddenly picked up, and he was surrounded by a gust of breeze, leading him to fly to the distant mountains and forests. When he flew out, he still didn't forget to look back at Lin Mohan, as if he was showing himself, showing a little publicity. Mo Yun glanced slightly. His name is Gaifeng, he is from the Lai family in Haicheng, a legendary professional holy mage, level 56. The Lai family in Haicheng is a family of elemental mages, and there is a god-level mage in the family. Mo Yun quickly talked about Gaifeng's situation, and then frowned. It's strange, hasn't anyone in his family told him? You can't fly here. As soon as Mo Yun finished speaking, Lai Feng fell from the air with a cry of surprise. Handsome for less than a second, he fell to the ground before he could fly a few meters away. It doesn't matter if you fall down, as long as you don't die. There happens to be a rabbit covered in green under it. The green rabbit is hidden in the grass. If you don't look carefully, you can't see it. Lin Moyu is mentally strong, sensitive, and sees clearly. The rabbit was directly crushed to death by him. There is no scene of flying flesh and blood. The dead rabbit turned into a ball of light and sank into Gaifeng's body. Lai Feng seemed to have a unique aura about him. This breath was extremely weak, very inconspicuous. Gale Feng himself didn't even sense it. Lai Feng got up from the ground in a bit of embarrassment, and shouted cursingly, "What the hell is it that you can't fly? Not being able to fly here is not quite the same as being banned from flying. The air ban directly suppresses all flying skills and abilities, so it is impossible to fly at all. And here, you can fly for a while, only a distance of more than 10 meters, and then you will be photographed heavily by invisible forces." When Lin Moyu saw Gaifeng fall just now, the wind element in his body still didn't dissipate, and he fell only because he couldn't resist the huge force in the ancestral land. As a result, he not only fell down, but also crushed a little rabbit to death, and he was infected with a special aura. Lin Moyu didn't know what was going to happen next. Mo Xinghe made it very clear that as long as the animals here are not killed, there will be no danger. On the contrary, if it kills the action here, it will be hard to say. Didn't say it clearly, but everyone who understands it. Lin Mohan also saw this scene, and whispered, "Let's stay away from him." Apparently Lin Mohan knew something, and they walked away from Gaifeng calmly. Fang Wu came over and said to Lin Mohan, "Let's go together." Lin Mohan shook his head, "No, I'm with Xiao Yu." "Xiao Yu?" Fang Wu looked at Lin Moyu. He didn't know Lin Moyu. Mo Yun introduced, "This is Fang Wu, level 61, a legendary professional, Holy Light Knight." During Mo Yun's introduction, Fang Wu raised his chest, showing a little pride. Level 61 legendary professionals are among the best among the 30 people who entered the ancestral land. Most of Fang Wu's attention was focused on Lin Mohan, and he rarely left. Lin Moyu just hummed lightly, "Sister, let's go." Lin Mohan smiled sweetly, "Okay." A group of 4 walked towards the distant mountains and forests without greeting Fang Wu at all. Fang Wu's eyes flickered slightly, he didn't know what he was thinking, and then he also walked towards the forest. Everyone did not gather together, but dispersed into the forest. Lin Mohan reminded, "Pay attention to your feet and don't step on any animals." Ning Yi asked, "Aren't you good at bugs and ants?" Lin Mohan said, "It's not that it can't be done, try not to step on it." Lin Moyu was slightly startled, "Sister, can't you hurt all the lives here?" Lin Mohan nodded, "Yes." Before setting off, the elders and teachers of these people had already warned them, maybe they didn't say it in such detail as Lin Mohan. Mo Xinghe didn't even think of this level. It seems that Lin Mohan knows far more information than he imagined. Lin Moyu noticed that shortly after entering the forest, someone had already been infected with that special aura. Or trampled to death small ants, or that kind of insignificant small insects. Lin Moyu's mental power immediately spread out like water waves, layer upon layer, covering the ground meticulously. As a night walker and a legendary assassin, Ning Yi is known for her agility and light gait, avoiding almost all small bugs. Lin Mohan was also fine. Only Mo Yun is not used to it, although she has already paid attention to it. Mo Yun stepped out, and when she was about to hit the ground, she realized that there was an inconspicuous little bug on the ground. The small bug is only 1/10 the size of a fingernail, and is covered in green, which is similar in color to the grass. It was too late to find out. Lin Moyu had quick feet and quick hands, and stopped Mo Yun at the last moment. Mo Yun took advantage of this to move forward a little bit, touching the ground with her toes, avoiding the bug. After entering the forest, everyone gradually dispersed. Almost everyone is more or less infected with that special atmosphere. Only the 4 of Lin Moyu were extremely careful, so far they have not been contaminated with that kind of aura. Someone let out a low shout, and then there was a skill fluctuation, and then there was a roar, and the light exploded. A snake suddenly appeared, attacked one of them, and was killed by that person. Ning Yi wondered, why didn't any animal attack us? Lin Mohan explained, because the breath on us is pure enough, the animals here hate messy breath. This is why Bai Yiyuan and others want to keep Lin Moyu's breath pure. If the body is not stained with debris, it will not be attacked here. This way there is no need to be forced to kill the animals here. Everyone knows to keep the breath pure, but there are always some people who can't do it. Ning Yi asked, "Sister Han, what will happen if you kill too many animals?" Lin Mohan smiled coquettishly, "I will turn into an animal and stay here forever." Ah. Ning Yi covered her small mouth, her face turned pale with fright. Seeing Ning Yi's frightened appearance, Lin Mohan suddenly burst out laughing, I lied to you. Only then did Ning Yi realize that she had been fooled by Lin Mohan, and Bu Yi shouted, Sister Han, you are bullying. Lin Mohan smiled coquettishly, and said slowly, the teacher said that if animals are killed here, it will increase the difficulty later. If you kill too much, it's dangerous. Ning Yi said strangely, but my grandfather said, it's very safe here. Lin Mohan nodded, generally speaking, yes, if you don't die, you won't die. Indeed. Lin Moyu found that the smell on some people was getting stronger and stronger, apparently he had killed many animals. After the animals died, they all turned into a strange breath, which was contaminated by the murderer. And the murderer doesn't even have any feeling at all, it's very weird. Lin Mohan didn't bother to care about other people's affairs, so he used his mental strength to focus on his surroundings. Try not to trample an animal to death. I walked cautiously in the forest for a while, but I couldn't see anyone else. At this time, Lin Mohan took out the gossip compass, the one that Lin Moyu had seen before. Lin Mohan fiddled with it for a while, then pointed in a direction, let's go there. Mo Yun asked strangely, is there any difference? Lin Mohan said, go around there, and there is a cave. Pass through the cave, and there is an orchard. Ning Yi was also puzzled, isn't there an orchard over the mountains? No, this orchard is not that orchard. Lin Mohan led the way in front of him. They began to change direction, walked towards the other side, and disappeared in the forest in a blink of an eye. Lin Moyu still monitored every footstep, reminded him several times, and avoided many small bugs. Lin Mohan held the gossip compass and kept adjusting the direction. As a result, their speed has lagged far behind others. Others are walking in a straight line, only they are roundabout. But Lin Mohan was not in a hurry, and Mo Yun could hold his breath. As for Ning Yi, the little girl didn't even have time to flatter Lin Mohan, she yelled at each other, not too affectionately, but left Lin Moyu aside. Lin Moyu didn't say anything, he knew that the gossip compass in his sister's hand was not a common thing. Don't talk nonsense yourself, just follow along. In this way, the four spent 10 hours and finally reached the foot of the mountain. At this time, the brigade has almost reached the top of the mountain. Through the clouds and mist, you can see the faint figure on the mountain from a distance. Lin Mohan kept calculating on the gossip compass, walked along the foot of the mountain for a while, and found the entrance in a hidden corner. The entrance is so small that only one person can pass through. The four of them entered in a file, and after walking for a while, their eyes suddenly opened up. There is actually an orchard in the hinterland of the mountain. The orchard is lush, and the growth is extremely gratifying. The fruit is plump, bright red and juicy, and it is very delicious at first glance. Lin Mohan said, the teacher told me that the fruits here are also graded. We have the most advanced type here, and the effect is the best. Mo Xinghe was vague and did not explain the effect of the fruit. Just say do your best and eat as much as you can. It is not clear what this ability range refers to. Lin Moyu whispered, I'll try first. He decided to try it first by himself, in case there was any problem, he would transfer the damage himself, which would be safer. The first is to play a detection technique. The detection technique returns only the name of the fruit. Open black lens bracket advanced fruit close black lens bracket. Other than that, there is no other information. He reached out and picked a fruit, and took a bite. The fruit is juicy and sweet. At this moment, the memory of eating desert fruit emerged in Lin Moyu's memory. Thinking about it now, it was really ruthless at the time. In order to find the desert fruit, I don't know how many copies have been reset. The juice melted in the throat and quickly penetrated into the body. Lin Moyu trembled all over and froze on the spot. It feels like the power of the whole body is receding like a tide. I changed from a powerful professional to an ordinary person. Lin Moyu quickly checked his attributes. Open black lens bracket name, Lin Moyu close black lens bracket. Occupation, Necromancer unique. Open black lens bracket level, 45 2.13% close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket power, seal 100 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket agility, seal 100 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket spirit, seal 100 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket physique, seal 100 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket skill, seal none close black lens bracket. Lin Mohan saw that Lin Moyu's complexion was not good. What's wrong with Xiaoyu? Lin Moyu said, my attributes and skills have been sealed. Ah. Several people froze for a moment. How could this happen? What's going on here? Is it because of eating this fruit? Lin Moyu thought about it, and a flash of light flashed in his mind, and he ate the remaining half of the fruit. There seems to be an increase in sensory strength. After checking again, I found that the 4-dimensional attribute has reached 200, which is twice as much as before. Lin Moyu picked another fruit and ate it. The 4-dimensional attribute has reached 400. Each fruit can increase the total attribute by 800 points, and then evenly distribute it to the 4 dimensions. Lin Moyu probably had the answer in his mind, no wonder he said he should eat more. The more you eat now, the more attributes will increase, which is more beneficial to the next stage. But Lin Moyu guessed that there must be some restrictions, and it is impossible for you to limit eating. Lin Moyu expressed his guess, and Lin Mohan said with a smile, Xiaoyu is right, that's how it is. Ning Yi asked strangely, Sister Han already knew. Lin Mohan said as a matter of course, otherwise how could I let Xiaoyu eat something I don't know? Lin Moyu looked helpless. Well, I was teased by the old lady again. Lin Mohan giggled, go and eat it, everyone, this is the highest grade fruit, the effect is much better than the outside fruit, and there are fewer side effects. Ning Yi asked curiously, there will be side effects? 0. Asking for flowers. Lin Mohan said, yes, if you eat too much, you will be full. Can this be considered a side effect? If you eat too much, you will feel full. Isn't this a common feature of food? Ning Yi patted her stomach, don't worry, I can eat very well. As she said that, she jumped out like a kitten, picked off the fruit and started to eat it, shouting as she ate, this fruit is so sweet and delicious. Mo Yun is much more elegant and eats slowly. Lin Mohan picked one and ate it slowly, and said while eating, the more the attributes increase, the more beneficial it will be for the next stage of the challenge. In addition to the 4-dimensional properties we see on the surface, there is actually a hidden property. There is no way to increase hidden attributes by eating those low-level fruits, only the high-level fruits here can. Mo Yun asked, what hidden attribute? Lin Mohan giggled, this attribute is called comprehension. Comprehension. This is the first time a few people have heard of it. 0. Neither Mo Yun nor Ning Yi understood. They don't understand, which means their family doesn't know either. Lin Mohan said with a smile, in fact, understanding has always existed, but usually we use this attribute in very small places. To give you an example, why some people can awaken their talents as soon as they change jobs, while others can't. Why do some people learn the same skills, the same level attributes, but they have different strengths in fighting? Why is it that at level 89, some people can become gods, while others can only become false gods? There are reasons for understanding. But there are too few things that can increase understanding. The fruits in your hands are rare good things that can increase understanding. So seize the opportunity and eat more. Ning Yi stared wide-eyed, Sister Han, you are so amazing, how do you know so much? Lin Mohan smiled slightly, the teacher told me, don't tell me you're hungry. Mo Yun nodded, I won't spread the word. Ning Yi also patted her chest and promised, I promise not to say anything. Lin Moyu asked, Sister, what kind of person is your teacher? Lin Moyu is very curious about the only half-step super god of the human race. Lin Mohan smiled and said, the teacher is a very good person, except for being strict, everything else is almost perfect. I didn't expect that person to be rated so highly in Lin Mohan's mouth. Although curious, Lin Moyu didn't continue to ask. He just needs to know the existence of that half-step super god and treat his sister well. Thinking about the attribute of savvy in his heart, it was also the first time he heard that such an attribute existed. In Lin Moyu's view, awakening talents and professional sublimation are among them, and the most important role of attributes should be to transform into a god. Why are there so many top professionals, but so few who can achieve god level? It is estimated that it is related to understanding. Lin Moyu decided to eat more fruits to enhance this invisible and intangible hidden attribute as much as possible. The orchard in the mountainside is very large, and the number of fruits is abundant. Even dozens of people will be enough to eat. Ning Yi was like a greedy cat, eating very fast. In the blink of an eye, 5 fruits entered her stomach, and each fruit was bigger than her fist. The little belly is bulging. Lin Moyu is really curious, what is this girl's belly made of, isn't she afraid of bursting? But to her liking. Ning Yi clutched her stomach, why are you so full, I only ate a few. With her appetite, it would not be a problem to eat a dozen of such fruits. But now, after only eating 5 pieces, I felt overwhelmed and found that I couldn't eat any more. Lin Mohan came over and touched Ning Yi's bulging stomach, well, not bad, it looks like it's been 6 months. Flutter. Mo Yun on the side almost spit out the food in his mouth. Lin Moyu is such a silent idiot, but his sister likes to joke so much. Really 2 extremes. This family is really interesting. Ning Yi had a bitter face, Sister Han, why don't I just eat a few? Lin Mohan said, don't eat it when you're full, 0, this is a side effect of the fruit. If you still want to eat it, it might be. Ning Yi hurriedly asked, what might happen? Lin Mohan gestured, it might explode with a bang. Ning Yi was so frightened that she quickly threw away the fruit in her hand, but Lin Mohan laughed coquettishly again. Only then did Ning Yi realize that she had been fooled again. Pouting small face is depressed. She was really full and couldn't eat any more. Mo Yun ate 1 bite at a time, and she also felt full when she finished eating the 6th one. I barely ate half of it again, and my stomach swelled uncontrollably. She was too full. This feeling came very abruptly, she was still holding half a fruit in her hand, but she couldn't eat it no matter what. Lin Mohan giggled and said, Mo Yun's belly is getting bigger too, Xiao Yu, you have to take responsibility. A black line appeared on Lin Moyu's forehead, and he lay down on the gun inexplicably. Mo Yun has a thin skin and can't stand Lin Mohan's teasing, her beautiful face is glowing red. She didn't dare to refute, her face was not as good as Lin Mohan's, and her refutation would undoubtedly fail. Ning Yi stretched out a small hand to touch Mo Yun's bulging stomach, Sister Yun, it's really 6 or 7 months old, your belly seems bigger than mine. Mo Yun glared at Ning Yi, damn Yi, you can't beat her. Ning Yi swished away, to tell the truth, he is bigger than others. The two played around for a while, Lin Mohan ate the fruit bite by bite with a smile on his face. He walked to Lin Moyu's side slowly, and pushed him with his shoulder, Xiao Yu, these 2 girls are pretty good, do you want to marry both of them? Lin Moyu couldn't bear it a little bit, turned around silently, and walked towards the center of the orchard. Lin Mohan followed behind him, still asking, Xiao Yu, tell me, what's on your mind? Blessings of Qi people, have you never thought about it? You are the only seedling of our Lin family, and you want to grow loose leaves. If you're really interested, it's okay, my sister will come forward to help you talk about it. My sister doesn't have enough face, and the teacher's face must be enough. Xiao Yu, you should say something. Quote. Lin Moyu didn't dare speak a word. In this situation, it is not right for him to say anything, it is better not to say it. In the middle of the orchard, a strange fruit tree caught Lin Moyu's sight. This fruit tree is obviously shorter than other fruit trees, and a slightly shriveled fruit hangs alone on it. From the tree to the fruit, it looks a little malnourished. But Lin Moyu felt that this fruit was unusual. Lin Mohan said while nibbling the fruit in his hand, this fruit is still there. Lin Moyu asked, you know? Lin Mohan nodded, the teacher mentioned that when the teacher came here, a Tianzhao who was with him died because he ate this fruit and exploded. Lin Moyu played a detection technique, which only returned the name of the fruit, without any other information. This seemingly malnourished fruit is named first fruit. The others are called advanced fruit, but this one is called primary fruit, and it is indeed not the same kind. Lin Moyu asked, is it because the fruit is poisonous? Lin Mohan shook his head, and said in an uncertain tone, the teacher guessed that it wasn't because it was poisonous. It was because it added too many attributes, and the person who ate it couldn't bear it, so he exploded and died. Such a thing has actually happened more than once. There have been people who ate the fruit and exploded to death. Xiaoyu, you also know that eating this kind of fruit will seal its own attributes and skills, and then add some additional attributes. These attributes are useful in later stages. The higher the attribute, the better the king. Compared with those outside, high-level fruits have fewer side effects and can increase more attributes. Lin Moyu finally understood. After eating the same number of fruits, the increased attributes are not the same. Ning Yi ate 5 fruits here, and the 4-dimensional attributes increased by 1,000 points respectively. This is the power attribute that she can mobilize in the ancestral land next. If you eat a larger and lower level fruit from the outside dungeon, you will be full if you can only eat 5 of them, but the 4 dimensions only have 500 points each. That's the difference. Ning Yi ate 5 of them. Compared with Ning Yi, Mo Yun has half more. I have eaten 5 now, and I still don't feel the slightest. Sister, what determines how many fruits you can eat? Lin Moyu discovered that Lin Mohan knew a lot, more than Mo Xinghe and others. This fully embodies the importance of having a good teacher. Half-step super god, it really is not comparable to ordinary gods. Lin Mohan said, it's hard to say, the teacher's judgment is based on each person's potential, occupation, and ability to bear. Does it have anything to do with your level? Lin Mohan shook his head, it doesn't matter. You can understand that this kind of copy is a kind of cumulative damage. When the damage accumulates beyond the limit that the human body can bear, it will explode. Lin Moyu thought for a while, sister, I want to try. Lin Mohan's expression changed, and he became serious all of a sudden, no, it's too dangerous. Lin Moyu said, I'm sure, and I have the Hall of Valor and the imprint of my soul, so I won't really die. Lin Mohan stared at Lin Moyu, the two grew up together, and Lin Mohan naturally knew his character. Once Lin Moyu has made up his mind, it's hard to convince him. In fact, Lin Mohan also knows that his own personality seems to be the same. Lin Mohan said, then try it, but I have one condition, you promise me first. If you fail in your attempt, get married and have children after resurrection, and you are not allowed to do dangerous things outside again. This condition. Are you serious? Lin Moyu looked at Lin Mohan's serious face, okay, I agree. Only then did Lin Mohan let Lin Moyu go, then go eat, I'm going to collect your body for you. Lin Moyu can't laugh or cry, is this really her sister? Lin Mohan continued to nibble on the fruit, mouthful after mouthful. It could be seen that her heart was not at peace. Lin Moyu came to the center of the fruit, in front of the strange dwarf fruit tree. First fruit, it is within easy reach. The 5 fruits I ate before did have side effects. It's just that these side effects have been transferred to the skeleton. The skill is sealed, but the damage transfer still works. Not only that, Lin Moyu feels that his talent and some characteristics of immunity to damage are actually there. It's just that active skills can no longer be used. It is precisely because of this that Lin Moyu feels confident. If you can't even support yourself, then no one will be able to eat the first fruit. Then the existence of open black lens bracket first fruit close black lens bracket is meaningless. 2.7. Reaching out to hold open black lens bracket first fruit close black lens bracket, there was a roar in Lin Moyu's head. A picture appeared in front of my eyes. In the picture, a ray of light fell on the desolate island. The originally desolate island suddenly became full of vitality. The vegetation grows together, and in a blink of an eye it becomes lush and the forest is luxuriant. A large number of small animals appear, they do not really exist, but a living aggregate. Then he saw a fruit tree grow, which was exactly the same as the one in front of him. The fruit grows a large number of fruits scattered on the ground, giving birth to one fruit tree after another. The newly grown fruit trees are taller and larger than themselves. In the end, a malnourished fruit appeared on its branches, which was inconspicuous. The screen disappears here, and first fruit has come to Lin Moyu's hands. Lin Moyu realized that he just saw the birth of this ancestral land. This humble fruit tree in front of me is the ancestor of all the fruit trees in the ancestral land. The first fruit in the hand is its essence. Sure enough. The corners of Lin Moyu's mouth raised slightly, and he threw first fruit into his mouth. First fruit, it turns into a ball of juice and bursts as soon as it enters the mouth. Lin Moyu's face suddenly became extremely ugly, and his whole body trembled like an electric shock. Lin Mohan asked nervously, "What's wrong?" Lin Moyu's face was ashen, and he frowned and squeezed out a word from between his teeth, "Bitter." Extreme suffering, extreme suffering. It is the complete opposite of the sweetness I ate before. Lin Moyu swears that he has never eaten such a bitter thing. This pain, like an electric current, spread from the tip of the tongue along every nerve and every blood vessel to every corner of the whole body. Then a terrifying energy burst out. After Lin Moyu ate first fruit, he always paid attention to his attributes. Originally, I ate 5 advanced fruits, and all the 4-dimensional attributes were maintained at 1000. Now under the effect of open black lens bracket first fruit close black lens bracket, the 4-dimensional attributes began to grow rapidly. 1100, 1200. It increases by 100 points every second. In a blink of an eye, the attributes have exceeded 2000. The bitterness has not diminished in the slightest and is still going on. Lin Moyu's brows were also always furrowed. Lin Mohan asked, "How is it? How does it feel?" Lin Moyu shook his head and spit out a word, "Bitter." Can't say anything but this. At this O2 moment, I feel that everything in the world is bitter, even the air I breathe is bitter. The side effects began to appear, and Lin Moyu clearly felt that while the attributes were increasing, a huge force seemed to be hitting his body. But all the damage was absorbed by the skeletons. Itself was not affected in any way. This kind of power is not very strong, it just explodes in the body, and any defensive means are useless. In other words, you can only carry it hard. This kind of damage from the inside out ignores the defense, and it is very difficult to deal with it. Lin Moyu felt that no one should be able to carry it down. But in front of Lin Moyu, this degree of injury was ignored by him. It's not even as dangerous as eating a bloodthirsty python to protect the heart in the second rank. It's just this bitterness. Lin Moyu has finally reached his limit and can no longer bear this bitter taste. Quickly pick the advanced fruit on the side and bit it. Wow! Advanced fruit, as soon as it entered the mouth, Lin Moyu felt the bitterness explode in the whole mouth. The sweetness of open black lens bracket advanced fruit close black lens bracket is assimilated by the bitterness in an instant, and even becomes more bitter. There was worry in Lin Mohan's eyes, but she couldn't do anything now, and she couldn't help Lin Moyu either. But she also saw that Lin Moyu didn't seem to be in any danger. She was relieved and smiled coquettishly. "Don't worry, Moyu, it's okay if you can't hold it anymore. My sister will definitely put away the corpse for you, and make sure there is no missing piece." Lin Moyu looked at her speechlessly. Is she a real sister, or should she be so cruel? Ning Yi and Mo Yun also rushed over and saw Lin Moyu with a bitter face. Lin Moyu stretched out his hand towards Ning Yi. "Is there any sugar?" Ning Yi nodded, "Yes." As she spoke, she took out a handful of turquoise candies and stuffed them to Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu stuffed a few pills into his mouth, and immediately a bitter taste mixed with spicy rushed into the nasal cavity, sweeping the taste buds. Lin Moyu enjoyed a more exciting feeling, and tears flowed out. "Now it's spicy and bitter, and I can't say anything." Lin Mohan asked, "What kind of candy did you give him?" Ning Yi tilted her head. "I specially asked someone to make it, bitter melon mustard candy." Ha ha. Lin Mohan couldn't help laughing out loud, covering his head with one hand. "There's still this kind of candy, it's so fun." Lin Moyu heard it too, but now he has no power to fight back. That bitter, spicy and top feeling is really refreshing. Ning Yi asked, "Sister Han, what happened to Moyu?" Lin Mohan said with a smile, "He's fine, he'll be fine in a while." Lin Moyu was indeed fine, all damage was transferred to the skeleton. Already at level 45, his summoning space has reached 750. There are a total of 25 undead legions, and the total number of skeletons exceeds 19,000. There are also 25 lich generals with rough skin and thick flesh. Unless the side effects of first fruit can explode them collectively, don't even think about hurting Lin Moyu. The property is growing steadily. Lin Moyu's time is like a year. He finally understood that extreme suffering is so unbearable. After persisting for 2 minutes, the bitterness finally completely receded. Lin Moyu's 4-dimensional attributes at this time, each item has reached 10,000. It may not seem high, but it is 10 times higher than Ning Yi. The most important thing is not the attribute. According to what Lin Mohan said, the hidden attribute of savvy is the highlight. However, the enhancement of savvy cannot be checked, and this benefit is subtle. The attributes have increased so much, but the body doesn't feel anything. Lin Moyu quickly picked off a high-grade fruit and stuffed it into his mouth, letting the sweet juice overflow in the mouth, thoroughly washing away the bitterness. However, Lin Moyu found that open black lens bracket advanced fruit close black lens bracket can no longer add attributes to himself. 10,000 attributes is the limit. At this time, Lin Mohan was also full, and his stomach bulged slightly. Okay, let's go. Lin Mohan ate a total of 10 advanced fruits, and each attribute reached 2,000, much more than Ning Yi. Several people walked through the orchard and left along another exit. Outside the exit is the other side of the mountain, where there are also large orchards. According to what Lin Mohan said, there are only low-level and intermediate-level fruits here. Occasionally, 1 or 2 high-grade fruits can be found, which cannot be compared with those in the mountain belly. After they left the cave, the entrance of the cave was automatically closed. This cave can only be passed in one direction. Why is it so quiet? Mo Yun felt a little strange. Although there are not many people coming in and the orchard is huge, it is not so quiet. Lin Moyu suddenly said, "Be careful, something is wrong." He walked to the front without hesitation. Now there is no undead army, no bone armor. The only thing that can be relied on is the transfer of damage. Lin Moyu also has to be careful. After walking for a while, there was a sound of fighting ahead. At the same time, it was accompanied by energy fluctuations and screams. Someone is fighting here. Several people looked at each other and rushed over quickly. Walk through the garden and come to a clearing. Almost everyone who enters the ancestral land is here. In the clearing, a group of people are fighting. To be precise, a dozen people were besieging one person. These dozen or so people were armed with sharp swords and big knives, and there were also archers on the periphery. Weapons represent their professions: knights, warriors, and archers. But obviously, these people have eaten the fruit, their skills have been sealed, and their attributes are also very poor. All attacks are normal attacks only. And the person besieged by them was also a knight holding a long sword. He stood in a relaxed posture, with a casual expression, and with a flick of his long sword, he could sway a sword, forcing several people back. He didn't eat the fruit. Lin Moyu could tell at a glance that the people under siege didn't eat the fruit, and they still had strong combat power. Now he is like a cat playing with a mouse, teasing everyone. Not far away, 223 was still standing with a group of people. They are all legal professions, and they have no combat effectiveness at this time. Besides, there were 2 people lying on the ground, still breathing, and they should have been seriously injured. Lin Moyu and the others arrived, and the knights who were being besieged suddenly laughed. The people are finally here, and the cat and mouse game should be over. A ray of light flashed across his body, a huge energy burst out, and there were several bang 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 bangs, and all the people who besieged him were blown away. Then a blue halo bloomed under his feet. Immediately afterwards, a blue halo rose from under everyone's feet, and an icy breath swept over them. Holy Light Knight's skill. Frozen Halo. Can freeze the enemy, making the enemy's speed greatly slowed down. When playing the book, this skill is very easy to use and has a strong control effect. When killing people, it works just as well. Everyone present, except Lin Moyu, was affected by the freezing and their movements slowed down. There was despair on everyone's face. The knight raised his long sword and pointed, "I've been waiting for you for a long time." Mo Yun's face was slightly serious. Holy Light Knight, he should be from the Zhou family. Lin Moyu said, "Not only the Zhou family, but also old acquaintances. Don't come here, leave it to me." Lin Moyu walked forward and said lightly, "Zhou Lesheng, I'm not mistaken." Zhou Lesheng was taken aback for a moment, then laughed loudly. I didn't expect to be recognized by you, Lin Moyu is really amazing. Said that his appearance has changed, and finally turned into the appearance of Zhou Lesheng. He looked at Lin Moyu with hatred in his eyes. I'm curious, how did you recognize me? Lin Moyu said, I'm also very curious about how you became a lackey of the Demon Worship Society. Did you become a lackey, or did your Zhou family all become lackeys? Zhou Lesheng and Lin Moyu met him when they first came to the Yuan battlefield. At that time, he was only level 30, but he didn't expect to have completed the second rank now. The upgrade speed is pretty good. But Zhou Lesheng's aura is not quite right, it seems that he did not upgrade through the normal way. In Lin Moyu's induction, his aura is very vain, as if the attribute fluctuates up and down, very unstable. Zhou Lesheng sneered, what does it mean to be a running dog of the Demon Worship Association? Don't say it's a harshly. I and them are just a cooperative relationship. Lin Moyu said with a hint of disdain, you are a level 40 Holy Light Knight, what qualifications do you have to cooperate with them? Zhou Lesheng covered his head and laughed loudly, what Knight of Holy Light, I am now a Knight of Holy Word, a mid-level legendary Knight of Holy Word. Just one word difference, the occupation is one grade lower. Zhou Lesheng's laughter became more and more crazy, do you know what a Holy Word Knight is? You won't understand it if you tell me. I'd better show you, like this. As he spoke, he looked at a knight who had retreated into the distance, and said coldly, break. Not seeing any movement from him, a piercing sword light swept out and slashed at the opponent. Amidst the screams, the knight flew upside down on the spot and fell heavily to the ground. There was a deep wound on the body. Zhou Lesheng laughed wildly, have you seen it? This is the Knight of the Holy Word. You can't follow what you say. There was pity in Lin Moyu's eyes. In Zhou Lesheng's eyes, the Holy Word Knight seems to be the sky, but how can this kind of person know how high the sky is? Lin Moyu said, you have become a lackey of the Demon Worship Association, deliberately refusing to eat the fruit, just wanting to kill us here, right? Zhou Lesheng chuckled, that's right. Lin Moyu continued, but what's the use of killing us? Here are all the geniuses of the major families, who has never planted a soul imprint, and can be resurrected after killing us. Lin Moyu's words seemed to reassure everyone here. The originally tense mood suddenly seemed to be much better. Yes, we have soul imprints, and we can be resurrected after death. At worst, pay a price, Zhou Lesheng, I will kill you when we go out. You finish you, and the Zhou family too. Zhou Lesheng let out a long sigh, then grinned and said, do you think I will give you a chance to be resurrected? As he spoke, he took out a black stone. It is the kind of stone commonly used by abyssal demons. With a cruel smile, Zhou Lesheng crushed the stone severely. A barrier spread out, covering this place in the blink of an eye. At the moment when the enchantment was formed, someone's face changed drastically and exclaimed, no, it's the soul-destroying knot of the abyssal demon. All of them turned pale, we are finished, we are going to die here, there is no way to resurrect Tilda. The soul destruction barrier can destroy the souls of the dead. If you are killed in the soul-destroying barrier, even if you have a soul imprint, you cannot be resurrected. Zhou Lesheng laughed even more wildly, be afraid, you are going to die soon. He looked at Ning Yi, Mo Yun, and Lin Mohan, with evil eyes in his eyes, and licked his lips, before I kill you, I have to play to my heart's content. Lin Mohan chuckled, it's up to you. Xiao Yu, kill him. Lin Moyu was already full of killing intent at this time, and a long sword appeared in his hand, a platinum-level long sword. The attribute of the sword is not important to Lin Moyu, as long as it is sharp enough. Zhou Lesheng is a Holy Word Knight, a middle-level legendary professional, and a level 40 Holy Word Knight. The total attribute should be around 60,000. And Lin Moyu's current attribute is 40,000, a difference of 20,000. And Zhou Lesheng's skills were not sealed, but Lin Moyu's skills were all sealed. Even with such a big gap, Lin Moyu still has the confidence to kill him. Holding the sword, Lin Moyu walked towards Zhou Lesheng step by step. In the eyes of others, Lin Moyu is crazy. Zhou Lesheng also felt that Lin Moyu was crazy, and he laughed even more crazily, you are a mage, and you want to fight me with a sword, are you crazy? No one noticed that Lin Moyu was not affected by the freezing aura at all. Originally, I wanted to be the last one to kill you, but now, I have changed my mind. Die, behead. Holy Word Knight, only the Holy Word can use skills. The sharp sword light slashed at Lin Moyu, and with this blow, Lin Moyu would be seriously injured if not killed. The lightsaber touched his body. Lin Moyu turned sideways at will, avoiding it within a hair's breadth. Zhou Lesheng's complexion changed drastically, and he drank 2 sword lights again, which were still easily flashed by Lin Moyu. Impossible. Zhou Lesheng couldn't believe how Lin Moyu avoided it. At this time, Lin Moyu was only 5 meters away from Zhou Lesheng. With a little force under his feet, the whole person shot out instantly, appearing in front of Zhou Lesheng as if teleporting, and stabbed out with a sword. Zhou Lesheng yelled, "Go to hell." Skill, Cross Slash. Ability, Holy Fire Halo. The knight's sword in his hand swept the sky full of sword light, and at the same time, a halo of flames appeared under his feet again. For a moment, everyone felt burned by the flames. The 2 attacks of ice and fire fell on him at the same time, which was very uncomfortable. One by one, they all took out the medicine and started to eat it. Lin Moyu ignored the sword light and the holy fire halo. The point of the sword aimed at Zhou Lesheng's neck exposed outside the armor, and stabbed hard. That posture is basically the appearance of dying together. Zhou Lesheng smiled cruelly. He believed that his attack would definitely tear Lin Moyu to pieces. As for Lin Moyu's attack, he ignored it. How much damage can a mage with hundreds of attributes do to himself? No matter how strong your own defense is, it doesn't matter if you stand up and let you slash. In the next second, his eyes widened suddenly, and he retreated hastily. Lin Moyu's sword actually pierced through his own defense. If he reacted slower, the sword would have pierced his neck. Lin Moyu avoided his own crosscut at the last moment, and it didn't affect his attack at all. Lin Moyu quickly followed with killing intent, and his speed was no slower than Zhou Lesheng. The long sword stabbed out again. The sword was so fierce that Zhou Lesheng was shocked. Zhou Lesheng swung his sword to parry. The 2 swords collided, and he found that Lin Moyu's strength was not much worse than his own. Strange, Zhou Le shouted, "Did you eat the fruit?" "No, you ate it. Why are your attributes still so strong? Why can you ignore the control of my aura? Aren't you a mage? Why? At this moment, Zhou Lesheng turned into a crazy 100,000 whys. Lin Moyu has passed the trial of Shensha Tower and knows all the professions like the back of his hand. He has long been familiar with the knight's fighting methods. Even without skills, he can unleash a fairly strong attack. The fruit seals the skill, but the passive skill effect still exists. There are more than 19,000 skeletons sharing the damage for Lin Moyu. And there is status immunity, ignoring any control. Lin Moyu like this can't be killed easily. The long swords clashed continuously, making a clanging sound. The more Zhou Lesheng fought, the more frightened he became. Lin Moyu's sword skills were beyond his own. How is this possible? He is clearly a mage. It's unbelievable that a mage's sword handling skill surpasses that of a knight. Some people could see that Lin Moyu had the upper hand, and couldn't help showing joy. They had hope again. One by one shouted, "General Lin Shen, kill him. Zhang Lin, come on, I must kill this bastard." After confronting dozens of times in a blink of an eye, Zhou Lesheng has already discovered that although Lin Moyu is powerful, his attributes are still not as good as his own. Meanwhile, Lin Moyu cannot use skills. He grinned again, and if he continued to fight like this, he would definitely win. "This time, you must die," he growled in his heart. Skill, Holy Destroyer Sword Slash. The sword light exploded, and the sky was filled with sword energy. Hundreds of sword energy enveloped Lin Moyu. Inevitable. It's over. It's dead now. A group of people all looked sad and gloomy. The flame of hope that had just risen was extinguished immediately. No one thought that Lin Moyu could survive such an attack. Although Lin Moyu was amazing enough, his fighting skills gave them hope in a short time. Lin Shenjiang Wang Li's lived up to his reputation. Everyone present thought so. But now, they are also clearly aware that hope is shattered. The sword light overwhelmed Lin Moyu. Zhou Lesheng smiled wildly again, "You're dead now." The sword light was like a sea, and a sword pierced out of it soundlessly, piercing Zhou Lesheng's body while he was still laughing. The laughter stopped abruptly. Zhou Lesheng looked at Lin Moyu rushing out of the sword light in disbelief. At that moment, he seemed to have seen the most terrifying thing in the world. Lin Moyu looked solemn. Looking at him was like looking at a dead person. This sword is not enough to kill him, at most it will seriously injure him. Another dagger appeared in Lin Moyu's left hand, stabbing at Zhou Lesheng's neck. Zhou Lesheng was frightened, his body was glowing, the knight's signature skill, the ultimate defense was about to appear. Boom! Horror and murderous aura descended from the sky on Zhou Lesheng, and the god stones in the domain kept coming. Zhou Lesheng had many hallucinations in front of his eyes, and was interrupted when he was on the limit sun protection page. The whole person froze on the spot. Lin Moyu's dagger had pierced his neck in an instant. Blood flew everywhere. Professionals are not ordinary people, this blow still can't kill him. With Lin Moyu's strength, the dog just broke through his defense. If you want to kill him, just 2 blows are not enough. Another long sword appeared in Lin Moyu's hand. Through the gap in the armor, it pierced into Zhou Lesheng's body. Zhou Lesheng screamed out, still unable to wake up from the hallucination shrouded in murderous intent. One weapon after another kept appearing in Lin Moyu's hands. In the blink of an eye, Zhou Lesheng turned into a hedgehog full of weapons. Zhou Lesheng screamed again and again, and his breath was gradually weakening. Finally, he is about to wake up. An axe appeared in Lin Moyu's hand, the light of the axe flashed, his right arm was separated from his body, and flew into the sky. Another flash of light flashed, and Zhou Lesheng's right leg also left his body. Zhou Lesheng fell to the ground with a crash, and he finally woke up. Arms and feet were severed, blood was all over the ground, and Zhou Lesheng was lying in a pool of blood. Now he has only 1 breath left. Lin Moyu said in a low voice, "I don't know if you died here and can be resurrected." Zhou Lesheng showed fear on his face. "Don't kill me, please don't kill me, I don't want to die yet." Lin Moyu shook his head, "I can't find a reason not to kill you." Zhou Lesheng said, "I can tell you about the Demon Worship Association, a lot of information." Lin Moyu still shook his head. "I said before, what qualifications do you have to cooperate with the Demon Worship Society? You are only worthy of being a dog. What can you know as a dog?" As he spoke, Lin Moyu swung his axe. Zhou Lesheng died completely, with pain and fear. Lin Moyu put these weapons back. As for platinum-level weapons, they are worth a little money if they are sold. The people in the distance finally breathed a sigh of relief at this time. They had already consumed a lot of potions, and their injuries were recovering. 080. The recovery ability of professionals is quite strong. As long as they don't die, even serious injuries can heal quickly. Lin Moyu glanced at them, and returned to the 3 of Lin Mohan. "It's done, I'm going to change clothes." At this time, his body was covered with blood, and his clothes were also torn by the sword light. Lin Mohan smiled slightly. "Go ahead, don't worry, we won't come and steal." Lin Moyu walked into the orchard and disappeared. Ning Yi still had lingering fears. "Sister Han, how do you know that silent words can kill him?" Lin Mohan smiled. "If he says he can, he will. Believe him." Hearing these words, Ning Yi nodded. "Yes, trust him." Mo Yun asked, "If Lin Moyu doesn't make a move, what should we do?" Lin Mohan smiled lightly. "Then I'll do it, it's just a clown, I can solve it easily." Mo Yun believed Lin Mohan's words, and there was a mystery about her. Not only is there a powerful and mysterious teacher, but it is the same in itself. So Lin Mohan didn't panic in the slightest. The way Lin Mohan looked at Zhou Lesheng was obviously watching someone jumping off the field. Soon, Lin Moyu changed his clothes and came back. The blood on his body has been wiped clean, and there is no more bloody smell. The purification potion still works, and there will be no smell left on the body. At this time, a group of people came over one after another. "Thank you, General Lin Shen, for saving me. Fortunately, Lin Shen will take action, otherwise we will all be dead." General Lin Shen was so powerful that he killed him without his skill attribute being sealed. At this moment, this group of people turned into supporters of Lin Moyu. They admired Lin Moyu one by one. Ling Yizhen said to Lin Moyu, "You saved me again." Lin Moyu shook his head, "We're all human, so you're welcome." As soon as this sentence came out, it immediately aroused the favor of everyone, and it was another burst of flattery. After maintaining the soul-destroying barrier for a period of time, it finally disappeared. A group of people have rested enough, adjusted their state, and moved on. Zhou Lesheng's body remained here forever and became the fertilizer of the orchard. This time, it was Lin Moyu's turn to take the lead. Everyone followed Lin Moyu obediently, and no one dared to surpass him. Lin Mohan said with a smile, "Xiao Yu, you are very majestic now, so from now on, I should call you Xiao Yu or General Lin Shen." Lin Moyu said, "Sister, don't make fun of me." Lin Mohan sighed, Okay, a dull-headed idiot, it's not fun at all. Let's have little Yi to joke about. In the ancestral land, everyone depends on their ability, and there is not much competition. Zhou Lesheng almost killed everyone this time, this grudge has been written down. Once Zhou Lesheng died, the revenge would be on the Zhou family. After returning, he must settle with the Zhou family. After passing through the orchard, a cliff appeared in front of everyone. There is only one suspension bridge ahead, leading to the depths of the clouds. Everyone stopped in front of the cliff, and Lin Mohan said, "When you walk on this bridge, the second stage is about to begin. From here on, we will be separated, and where we can go in the end, we must rely on ourselves. You should all know the specific rules, come on." Everyone knows the rules. The previous forest and orchard were the first stage, and now it is the second stage. People who have been here before are a little unclear when they go back. Most of the memories are confused, but I have also summed up one point. From here on, it's all on your own. Don't be too reluctant, just do your best, and pay attention to safety. Lin Moyu gave a warning, and took the lead on the suspension bridge, and disappeared into the clouds in a blink of an eye. When the wind blows, the suspension bridge shakes slightly in the air. Lin Mohan also followed on the suspension bridge, disappeared in Weizhong in a blink of an eye. Then, Mo Yun and Ning Yi followed suit. When everyone got on the suspension bridge, the world fell into silence, only the whistling of the wind. There was a light sound from the orchard, and all the fruits fell to the ground and disappeared. A crack appeared under Zhou Lesheng's body, and then a vine rolled out, taking Zhou Lesheng's body away. Not even a broken limb was spared. Then thick fog rose from nowhere, covering everything. Extremely quiet, eerily quiet. The suspension bridge is not very long, and after passing through the fog, a platform can be seen. This platform is like a lone peak, erected between heaven and earth. The platform is not big, only about 20 meters in diameter. On it, stood several stels. Some patterns are engraved on the steel, and the patterns are accompanied by text. The pattern is amazing, it is alive. As long as you focus on it, you can see the tutu will move. The pattern seems to be demonstrating a certain skill. This is a skill that belongs to swordsmen. The demonstrator in the pattern is holding a long sword. The sword is unparalleled and looks very powerful. Lin Moyu didn't waste too much time in the pattern, and turned to look at the text on the side. The moment Lin Moyu saw the words, he was stunned as if struck by lightning. Skill, chop wind. Chopping wind, basic sword skills, can cut the breeze. Close black lens bracket. The moving patterns didn't shock Lin Moyu. This basic sword skill is even more unlikely to shock Lin Moyu. What shocked him was the text. Familiar Chinese characters. No, it is not exactly the same as the Chinese characters mastered in the previous life. It's even more simple, but it's a bit like the characters of ancient China. The text engraved on the stone tablet is vigorous and powerful, and contains a unique charm. If you feel it with your heart, it seems that you can feel the meaning contained in the text. Lin Moyu seems to understand a little bit. Here is the essential language to learn the skills on the stone tablet. This is the test. Comprehension skills can be learned through moving patterns or words. With the combination of the two, it is not particularly difficult to comprehend skills. It doesn't seem to be difficult. After Lin Moyu took a few glances, he already had a general understanding, and felt that it took him a long time to master this skill. But after thinking about it, he realized that he was wrong. If you're wrong, don't tell others. I have eaten first fruit, my attributes have increased, and the hidden attribute of savvy should also increase a lot. In addition, I can understand the true meaning of the words. Come so, get twice the result with half the effort. As for others, I don't know if the detection technique is useful. The detection technique flew out from the fingertips. Skill Steel, low level. Skills can be learned through stone tablets. Close black lens bracket. The detection technique truthfully gave the function of the steel, but did not explain the skills depicted on the steel. On this platform, there are 3 stone tablets of the same size. He went to see the other 2 stels. Skill, cut wood. Cutting wood. Basic sword skills, return to Shinkai Jadeite. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket skill, stone slashing, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, cutting stones. Basic sword skills, can cut blue stones. Close black lens bracket. It is also 2 basic sword skills. After a few glances, Lin Moyu confirmed that the 3 sword skills were different. Zanfeng took the light route, with the fastest speed and the weakest force. Zan Mu followed the skill route, flexible and changeable. Zan Shi followed the route of strength, going straight forward with steady strength. Lin Moyu realized that the next stage of the test should be related to these 3 skills. Even if you study hard. A platform is like a dungeon, there are as many platforms as there are people. There is 1 person standing on each platform, and the 3 stone tablets are exactly the same. No matter what occupation, you will encounter the same 3 stels and the same 3 skills tilde. Some of them were originally swordsman professions, and it was relatively easy to learn. Some legal professions are much more difficult to learn. There are also some people whose eyes are covered with a layer of fog, making it difficult to see the content on the steel. These mists come from the animals they kill. Regardless of whether it was accidentally trampled to death or intentionally, the result is the same and no one is treated differently. It's just that the less kills, the fog will be thinner. If you kill a lot, the fog will be so thick that you can't see the content on the stone tablet at all. At this time, they finally realized why the elders in the family told them not to kill animals. This is the fate of not listening to the elders. There is no medicine for regret in the world, and no matter how regretful it is useless. The person who killed the most animals was enveloped in a special aura. When he stepped onto the suspension bridge and submerged into the dense fog, his upward breath immediately mixed with the dense fog. Gusts of wind blew, and the suspension bridge collapsed in an instant. He screamed and fell off the cliff and disappeared without a trace. On the platform, someone realized the skill and smiled happily. Some people are blindfolded and remorseful. Some people can see it clearly, but they can't understand it anyway, and they are frowning. There are only 28 people, but each has a different expression. 3 hours later, there was a slight tremor on the platform, the steel disappeared, and a brand new suspension bridge appeared in front of it. Lin Moyu got up slowly. As early as more than 2 hours ago, he had mastered 3 skills. For him, there is no difficulty at all. He stepped onto the drawbridge and walked forward. The other end of the suspension bridge is also connected to a platform. Feeling the sound of the wind blowing in the ears, passing through the layers of white fog, Lin Moyu stepped onto the platform. There is a sharp sword stuck on the edge of the platform, and a person stands in the center of the platform. Holding a sharp sword in his hand, he fixed his eyes on Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu saw at a glance that this was not a human being, but a puppet, the Yen Jontian puppet. In the 3rd stage, defeat the opponent. Lin Moyu immediately understood that the 3 skills learned on the last platform are preparations for now. If you don't master those 3 skills, it may not be easy to defeat the opponent. After Lin Moyu figured it out, the corners of his mouth slightly raised, then try it. Originally, he wanted to take a sword from the storage space, but found that the storage space was blocked, and he took out everything. It's really not letting people take advantage of loopholes. After Lin Moyu figured out why, he casually pulled out the long sword stuck in the ground. The swordsman puppet in the center of the platform fell at the moment he drew his sword, and rushed towards him very fast. Lin Moyu looked at the swordsman puppet rushing over. In terms of speed, the agility attribute should be between 500 and 700. The attribute is not high, and it is similar to most people. But for me, after eating first fruit, all attributes are 10,000, just 500 attributes, nothing at all. The swordsman puppet rushed in front of Lin Moyu and slashed out with a sword. Skill: Chop the Wind. The sword's movement was fast and silent, as if it could really cut through the breeze. Lin Moyu also responded with a chopping wind. The sword light flashed, and the second strike came first, much faster than the swordsman puppet. The sword light cut across the swordsman puppet in an instant. Jingle. The long sword of the swordsman puppet fell to the ground, and the whole puppet was torn apart, and then turned into a special breath and landed on Lin Moyu. The attributes suddenly increased by a part, and each attribute increased by 500, which is not too much. It seems that the attributes of the swordsman puppet have been added to himself. Another drawbridge appeared in front of the platform. So simple. Lin Moyu didn't expect the opponent to be so careless, and it was over with just one sword strike. The key is because his attributes are too strong, whether it is strength or agility, they completely crush the opponents. Plus using the same skills, of course wins easily. It's not that simple for someone else. On other platforms, battles are going on. Ling Yizhen fought with the swordsman and puppet, and the fight was exhilarating. Ling Yizhen's attributes are similar to those of a swordsman puppet. As a knight, he also mastered 3 skills, but his proficiency is not as good as Lin Moyu's. With these 3 skills, it is enough to confront the swordsman puppet head-on. There are also mage professionals who have not comprehended these 3 skills, and were beaten by the swordsman puppets, screaming, and extremely embarrassed. Lin Mohan held a long sword and used the 3 skills alternately, and then relied on his attributes far surpassing the swordsman puppet to firmly suppress the swordsman puppet. Ning Yi moved back and forth with one move to cut the wind. Her posture was extremely flexible, she fully displayed the characteristics of her assassin profession, and also gained the upper hand. Relatively speaking, Mo Yao had to work harder. She is very smart, has a high level of understanding, and has also comprehended 3 skills. It's just that she is not proficient in swordsman's style of play. While fighting hard, she is constantly learning and making rapid progress. Lin Moyu went through the fog again and stepped onto the 3rd platform. Is this the 4th stage? At this moment, he was a little uncertain. The 3rd stage in the mouth of Mo Xinghe seems to be too simple for him. After that, the battle was resolved with a single sword, without any difficulty at all. If the 3rd stage is only like this, it is not likely that no one has passed it for so many years. On the 3rd platform, there are 4 stone tablets erected. Do you want to learn skills again? It was a swordsman skill before, what is it this time? Just thinking of this, Lin Moyu suddenly froze on the spot. He found that the 3 skills he had just learned were missing. I can't see it in the attributes, and I don't have the specific information of the 3 skills in my memory. Just remember the names of chopping wind, chopping wood, and chopping cloth master skills. I can't remember anything else. This feeling is very strange. What has been gained is suddenly and inexplicably lost, which makes Lin Moyu very uncomfortable. Could this be the reason why people who have come to the 3rd stage can't explain it clearly? Lin Moyu was startled secretly, and turned his gaze to the stone tablet in the center of the platform. It is exactly the same as the previous steel, and it is also a skill steel. Open black lens bracket skill, fire bomb close black lens bracket. 0. Asking for flowers. Fire bomb. Launch a fire bomb to attack the enemy, the power is determined by the mental power. Close black lens bracket. This time it has become a mage skill. Needless to say, the other few stone tablets must have similar skills. I saw it piece by piece, and it was true. Open black lens bracket skill, wind ball close black lens bracket. Wind ball. Launch a wind ball to attack the enemy, the power is determined by the mental power. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket skill, frost arrow close black lens bracket. Frost arrow. Launch an ice arrow to attack the enemy, the power is determined by the spirit. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket skill, thunderball close black lens bracket. Thunderball. Throw a thunderball to attack the enemy, the power is determined by the mental power. Close black lens bracket. Lin Moyu thought about the 4 basic skills. The 3 swordsman skills I learned before, and then I have to face the swordsman puppet who also knows the 3 swordsman skills. This time I have to learn 4 basic mage skills, and the enemies I will face next must also be mage puppets. With this in mind, Lin Moyu began to learn to master these skills. Skills are not difficult for Lin Moyu, especially with ancient Chinese characters to explain, it is even more important. 0.00. In just 1 hour, all 4 skills have been mastered and learned. Lin Moyu knew that with his own attributes and his understanding of the professional fighting style of mages, he should be a sure winner. Tried each skill several times. Among them, the lightning ball has the fastest speed, and it has already hit the enemy at the moment of launch, making it almost impossible to dodge. Then there is the wind ball. The wind ball has the blessing of the wind element, and the speed is not slow. Ice bolt and firebomb are slightly slower. But frostbolt has a freezing effect, which can significantly slow down the speed of the enemy. The firebomb has a deflagration effect, which can cause continuous damage. Each skill has its own characteristics, and Lin Moyu firmly grasps them in his hands. Finally, someone else boarded the 3rd platform that belonged to him. They also start to learn new skills. This time it was the warriors' turn to cry, and they were asked to learn mage skills. The few mages who had finally passed the level became excited. Mage skills, this is their specialty. 4 hours later, all platforms and steles disappeared at the same time. A drawbridge appeared again ahead. Someone screamed, "Why so fast? I obviously only studied for less than 2 hours. Why?" No one knew that the steles appeared together and then disappeared together. The length of time is determined by the first person to pass the level successfully. Lin Moyu's speed was so fast that it took him almost an instant to break through the barrier. Some took over an hour. As a result, their study time is compressed. Although there was no head-on collision, the competition began under such silent rules. On the 4th platform, Lin Moyu met his opponent. A golem wearing a robe. The moment Lin Moyu stepped onto the platform, the mage puppet looked at Lin Moyu, and a firebomb rose from his hand. Thunder roared, and thunderballs flew out of Moyu's hands, and landed on the puppet in the robe instantly. Lin Moyu shot left and right, at least 5 lightning balls per second. Thunderball is the fastest, and Lin Moyu takes the lead in robbing the robbers based on the idea of striking first. Factory. Lin Moyu didn't use superfluous skills. Use 1 mind and 2 tasks, bow left and right, 5 thunderballs per second. From beginning to end, the rogue puppet had no chance to resist. Lin Moyu killed it instantly with a crushing stance. The puppet exploded, turning into a stream of white air and entering Lin Moyu's body. The 4-dimensional attribute is increased by 1000 points again. Now strength, agility, spirit, and physique have all reached 11,500 points. Seeing his increased attributes, Lin Moyu understood. After defeating the puppet, the attributes of the puppet will be blessed on him. In this way, the more customs clearance times, the more attributes will be added. But what is the use of these added attributes? Lin Moyu has not yet figured it out. After all, this is just an additional attribute after eating the fruit, not its own original attribute. And compared with his original attributes, the gap is a bit big. The test of the ancestral land is foggy and strange. Thinking of what Bai Yiyuan said, Lin Moyu could only continue walking. Then Lin Moyu saw a bright light in the sky, and a ray of light pierced through the air, rushing into his body instantly. The body suddenly seemed to be soaked in the 500 hot spring. It was warm, and there was heat flowing in the body. Lin Moyu was shocked and muttered to himself, "The power of life." This feeling is the same as the heat that stays in the body after being struck by lightning in the corpse world. Later Lin Moyu learned from the mouth of the god of life that this hot flow is the power of the god of life, which belongs to the god of life. After the scepter of creation was beaten to pieces, the core of life disappeared, and the scepter body was scattered in the corpse world and merged into the lightning. The light that the teacher said must be related to the core of life. Now Lin Moyu is very sure of his guess, and there is no mistake. Someone was teleported out of the ancestral land. Lai Feng looked around in a daze, and when he saw the surrounding situation clearly, he finally realized that he was eliminated. But how did he get eliminated? Clutching his head, Gaifeng tried his best to recall, but he couldn't remember anything. He only remembered that he walked across the suspension bridge and came to a platform, as if he was learning new skills. But I can't remember what the skill is, and that memory has disappeared. The more I think about it, the more headache I get. Gaifeng's head is like a ball of paste, and his face gradually reveals the color of pain. The wind. The elders of the Lifeng family came over and gave a low drink to wake up Lifeng from his memories. Looking at Gaifeng's appearance, he knew that he couldn't remember at all. So I am too lazy to ask. It's not the first time to enter the ancestral land, this kind of situation is commonplace. Even a god-level powerhouse like Mo Xinghe had entered the ancestral land when he was young, so I can't remember the difference. Suddenly Gaifeng screamed, "Grandpa, something happened." He was very loud and immediately attracted everyone's attention. Lifeng said, "Zhou Lesheng from the Zhou family joined the Demon Worship Association. He didn't eat the fruit, and when we all ate the fruit and the attribute skills were sealed, he wanted to kill us. And he also used the soul-killing barrier to make it impossible for us to be resurrected through the soul imprint." What? Lai Feng's eyes went dark, and Ning Terran was covered in flames. What did you say? As a god-level powerhouse, his aura exploded, and he fell to the ground with a slamming gale, his face full of horror. Mo Xinghe hurried over. "Old Ning, don't worry, listen to him." With a wave of Ning Terran's hand, Lai Feng stood up supported by a large number of elements. "Speak clearly." Lai Feng was nervous, and quickly said that Zhou Lesheng wanted to kill them. Fortunately, Lin Shen came in the end, and he killed Zhou Lesheng, otherwise none of us would have survived. Hearing this, everyone couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. Mo Xinghe looked around like a knife. Where are the people from the Zhou family? Where there are people from the Zhou family, they have long since disappeared. Be a guilty conscience. This time, it proved that Lai Feng's words were true in all likelihood. Mo Xinghe said in a deep voice, "Don't worry, before someone comes out, ask clearly. If the Zhou family really has a problem, they can't run away." After a while, another person was teleported out. After a question, it was indeed the same as Lai Feng said. If it weren't for Lin Moyu, one of the people inside would count as one, and none of them would survive. How dare you kill someone in the ancestral land of the Creation Academy? Mo Xinghe's murderous intent erupted, and he quickly sent the news to the communicator. "Zhou family, I can't run away." Not only him, but the elders of the major families present also spread the news. Everyone knows that the Zhou family is in big trouble. Colluding with the Demon Worship Association and killing people in the ancestral land of the Creation Academy, dare to do such a thing, it is indeed impatient to live. In this way, Sha Jing Shafu was completely slapped in the face. No one knows how many god-level powerhouses are behind Sha Jing Academy. In the Empire, Sha Jing Academy is definitely among the top strengths. In front of Sha Jing Academy, the Zhou family is nothing at all. A total of 5 people were eliminated together with Gale. They have the same situation as Gale, that is, they have killed animals in the ancestral land, and more than one. It's too late to regret now. A few hours later, someone was teleported out again. They were defeated by the second mage puppet and were the second group to be eliminated. As soon as these people came out, they felt that the atmosphere was not right, and they suddenly became honest. Mo Xinghe said, "They should be rewarded." After some questioning, indeed something was gained. Properties have been increased. The increase is not much, each attribute has increased by 500, which happens to be the attribute of the first swordsman puppet. They were eliminated when facing the second puppet, but the attributes when defeating the swordsman puppet were preserved. These attributes don't seem to be many, but they are all basic attributes, which can have a bonus effect every time they are upgraded. And after the attribute breaks the limit, it can also increase the probability of being a Alex at the third turn. Even a 1% chance is good. More and more people are eliminated as time goes by. Until it is completely stabilized, no one will come out. The first batch of people who were eliminated was only 5. The number of people eliminated in the second batch reached 15. Mo Xinghe said in a deep voice, "Based on this, there are only 10 people left in the ancestral land. 30 people went in, 20 people came out, and 10 people remained." For the remaining 10 people, the elders of their families all showed smiles on their faces. The later you eliminate, the more you will gain. Several hours later, the third group of people were sent out one after another. They defeated the mage puppet, and then output a third puppet. The third batch of people got more benefits, and each attribute increased by 1500. It is equivalent to eating half a bottle of intermediate magic potion. And this group of people has a halo on them. Ling Yizhen was also among the third batch of eliminated people, and he was pleasantly surprised. My physical attributes have increased significantly, and my vitality has also increased by 10%. Compared with when he entered, Ling Yizhen first passed 2 levels, and all attributes increased by 1500. The divine power of life he obtained afterwards directly increased his physical attributes by 2000, and at the same time obtained the attribute of increasing his vitality by 10%. The biggest difference between a human professional and a boss-level monster. In addition to attributes, there is a lot of difference in vitality. The vitality of all bosses is very strong, so it is necessary to form a team to kill them. Now Ling Yizhen's vitality has increased by 10%, which is of great help to Ling Yizhen. Not bad. Mo Xinghe was very satisfied. Ling Yizhen was very humble. It's a pity that it didn't continue. I can't even remember how to eliminate it. Mo Xinghe patted Ling Yizhen on the shoulder. Actually, this time, you just need to come out alive. Ling Yizhen thought of Zhou Lesheng. Zhou Lesheng almost killed us all, but luckily General Lin. Mo Xinghe nodded. We already know about this. Ling Yizhen nodded and said nothing more. This kind of matter, it is better to leave it to the elders to handle it. 2.5. After a while, no one came out. This time, 5 more people were eliminated, and now there are only 5 people left in the ancestral land. Lin Moyu, Lin Mohan, Mo Yun, Ning Yi, and Sha Jin from the Sha family. Mo Xinghe said to Ning Taran, "Congratulations, Mr. Ning, Yi's grades are quite good this time." In the past, those who survived 3 batches without being eliminated were the top-notch Tianzhao. The probability of becoming a god level in the future is very high. God-level powerhouses like Mo Xinghe and Ning Taran were eliminated in the 4th batch when they entered the ancestral land when they were young. Ning Tai stroked his beard. I didn't expect the little girl to be so powerful, and your family's Mo Yun is also good. Mo Xinghe chuckled. Xiao Yuner can indeed be regarded as a genius. The most important thing is that he never asks for help from his family and does everything by himself. Mo Yun has been strong since she was a child and does not rely on her family. Even Creation Seminary was admitted by itself. Needless to say, Lin Moyu and Lin Mohan are siblings, 2 perverts. On the other hand, Sha Jin from the Sha family is really surprised that he can survive until now. The elders of Sha Jin's family had their mouths crooked.